two-man ensemble with a charming idea. That was the sounds of Stitch Jones and this clown as Collateral. I got it right.
Hey! Yes!
Give that man an Easter egg.
Good man yourself. We have two very, very handsome men in the studio today.
Oh, thank you.
Handsome for the wrong reason. One very, very Irish handsome man and one
very Israeli.
Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern. It's okay. I get it all the time. Where are you from originally? Up the road.
Tel Aviv.
Sounds of Ross O'Connor and Watchy Watchon. Welcome along to the Near FM studios.
Hey, how are you, man? Thank you.
Great to have you here.
And
yeah, so pretty much we want to introduce you guys to the band. How long have you been formed now?
Since roughly September last year. I guess.
How many months is that? You're
how
good
many
at maths?
months? I'm good at maths. At least 27 months.
27 months.
Yeah, I'd say 27 months.
We just got bored. We got together. We obviously played in other bands. Ross was in Crafty Fuzz and I was in Val Normal. And we used to just meet up to talk about anything but being in a band and, you know, drink beer, watch some football, watch some Arnold Schwarzenegger films to get away from being in a band. And then one day I was just like, hey, why don't I bring the amp down and do what we normally do and, you know, do this whole band thing. And we just haven't really looked back ever since.
That's how you know. If you look through it, I was actually doing a bit of research. And most bands that actually do form are actually very successful. Do actually originate from the pub, especially in Ireland.
Oh, definitely.
So, first of all, where did the name come from?
Well,
the night, you tell the story. It was the night we were watching a certain movie. The night we decided. The night I said, "Hey, will I bring the amp down next week?"
I was kind of half thinking, "Oh, really?" And I didn't really know anything about like two-piece bands. It was like, "What, really?" Like, I'll miss a guitar, like, you know, the sound we're missing. But no, we were watching a movie called Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood, a personal favourite of mine. And one of the characters in it is called Stitch Jones, and he's a really funny guy. And we just
typical 80s kind of guy.
Typical 80s dude, yeah. So we just kind of thought, let's start a band. What do we call it? What's on the screen? Stitch Jones. All right, it's called Stitch Jones.
Grand, off we go.
That's we're trying to take the seriousness out of it, basically.
Yeah, good thing. You didn't. We weren't on Kerrang or so. Not Kerrang. You weren't on.
Be good thing if we're on Kerrang.
Kerrang would have been all right. No, so I was actually thinking of a good example there.
Yeah.
Maybe MTV or something like that, and you had like Geordie Shore.
I don't look good in a pink T-shirt.
I think you would. I think you could definitely bring pink.
I used to wear one in my old job in the airport, but that's what I was getting paid for. But
yes, of course.
The airport. It makes the level out of everyone.
It's so funny that all three of us are all former members of staff members
of the DA.
Of the DA. And then when we arrived here, we get handed a pen to like sign some things, and the pen is a DAA pen. Now, come on, that's a sign. What
are the chances?
That was actually my going away present.
I think it was all our going away presents.
That's what we get for 4.5 years service.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even gold either.
Some people get Rolex watches. We get pens and told if you ever apply for a job here again, you're not getting one.
It's true. It's true.
We're not bitter at all.
There's a pen to tick off your fee 45. So music wise, what is your influence in terms of who would you like to be? What past bands would you like to be? Who would like to emulate? Well, I'm not going to say I'm going to emulate anyone.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of what kind of direction would the band be in?
Well, I've always had a thing for two pieces. First two piece I ever seen, which was just bass and drums, was Death from Above 1979.
Just played the Academy, yeah.
They just played the Academy. I was there myself. It was great, but I really liked them because it's just a bass player, it's a drummer, and maybe a bit of synth and some vocals, and it really limits yourself. And I was like, God, as a bass player, I'd love to always do that. And I just could never find a drummer who'd be like, I guess, ballsy enough to do it with me, or be like, that's a great. Most of them are like, but what about the guitar player? What about all this craziness that needs to happen? And I was like, why not just go into a room and bash it out? And I think that's why it works the best with Ross, because I know. Between the pair of us, we both know like so many different drummers, bass players, guitar players, all that. But I think it works with Ross so well because he has that loose kind of jam kind of feel to it, and I think that's what it needed to do. So I have always wanted to emulate that, and I was quite delighted that you said yes to it. I thought you wouldn't. I thought you'd be like, but no, what about all these intricate rhythms and all these stop starts?
Bollocks.
But no, luckily he wanted to take a chance, and on a rainy night in Rush, before heading to the pub, he said, "Yeah, I'll be down on Thursday."
Yeah.
We'd be going riding there and then.
And we basically undid all our good work of admitting never to be in a band ever again.
Yes.
Like, no, I'm only joking.
Now here we are promoting a new release of a new band.
Well, to be honest, like for myself, like music-wise, as far as two pieces go, I was so like uneducated, if you like, about the whole two-piece world that like when Watchy was talking about Death from Above 1979 playing the Academy, when he offered me a ticket, I was like, to be honest, man, just give it to someone else who'd be more into it than me. Like that's how I know, foolish, but that's where I was coming from, because I didn't have a clue of how a two-piece operation worked. I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to get down and jam with Watchy, and he's my mate. We'll have a few beers and see what happens. But it's my education's got a bit better like since then. I mean, there's bands like Lightning Bolt, which I could recommend to anybody who have just
get
basically
some Lightning Bolt into your life.
They're
all you've listened to for every time I get down to his house now. He just has Lightning Bolt, because Ross lives in a quiet part of Rush. He can literally like blare the music as loud as he wants. So you get down and his whole house is just shaking from these two massive speakers blaring like pure noise rock.
It's true, yeah. So Lightning Bolt and Death from Above and stuff like that. And I don't know, just like I've been kind of listening back to the older 70s punk music, like Bad Brains and Bad Religion and stuff like that, like stuff from over in New York, where like it's more about the energy. Like recently, a lot of the time with bands I've been in, it like just being energy, but a different kind of energy. This time it's a bit more forceful, and it's a lot more 2 minutes, 3 minutes over, and like no messing about. Like
yeah, like that song you heard there is, I think it's like a minute 38 or a minute 40 or something like that. And at first I had so many different parts to add to it, and he was like, "No, let's just keep it as a nice 2 minute." Opens it up.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sure. He had like a piano synthy thing worked out for the intro, and I'm like,
the saxophone part for everything.
I was like, nah, you're okay. Throw that out the window.
Yeah, Ross has to rein me in a good bit. I've got all these ideas, but like none of the abilities. So there's a lot of times.
I have a lot of abilities. No.
A lot of times just to rein me in.
So the album title.
It's a mouthful.
No, that's not the title. Hi, this is Stitch Jones with a mouthful.
Hi.
I'm only going to read out what I have in front of me, okay? The Bread Collector and the... I can't even say it.
Emancipation
of Bacon. Right, so I want a big, long, drawn-out explanation of where on earth did you get that from?
Both of those sections are Watchy, so off you go.
Yeah, it was... Obviously, myself and Ross, since leaving our jobs and chasing this whole band dream thing, we have been signed on to the beautiful and wondrous social welfare. And I had to, obviously the social welfare sends you on courses and such, and I was on one there a few weeks ago, and one of the guys in the class was trying to say that he looks after his kids and he does this and that, and he's like, I'm the main breadwinner. And I was like, no, you're not, you're the bread collector. You walk down on a Thursday, get some money and hand it to your mom. You don't work your hands to the bone, like. So it just stuck in my head. I was like, Jesus, the bread collector, that's amazing. And I was like,
we stuck with that for about a week or something, and then I think he WhatsApped me and said, I have another idea for the title.
I think it's because I was like, the bread collector, and we always say the album was pretty much funded by the taxpayers of Ireland, so thanks for that.
Yeah, a good output.
Oh, totally. And then I'd woken up the other week, and I could smell I could smell bacon was cooking, and that'll fucking wake any man up. There could be some bacon sizzling right now. We'd all stop what we're doing.
Even a veggie would wake up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Disgusted, but how never
You can be passed out on a toilet from the night before and just oh, bacon,
sniff, sniff.
But anyway, I smelled some bacon in the air, and I went, oh god, the anticipation of bacon, and then I just went, ooh, that's pretty
That's
good.
actually a perfect title for a song. Anticipation of Bacon.
Anticipation of bacon. And then I said, we already said we'd go with the bread collector. And then I texted to Ross, and he was like, why not call it the bread collector and the emancipation of bacon? Because, bacon is a freeing thing. I was like, yes, it is. There's so much freedom involved. And then I said, it kind of stems back to, the bread collector, the breadwinner, and then bringing home the bacon. So again, it's another kind of social welfare jibe, or the fact that we can't, provide for ourselves. That's why
we share a galty rasher.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much what it sums up.
Besides, Smashing Pumpkins had Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, so we can have the bread collector.
Yeah, we can get away with that.
We're better than Smashing Pumpkins, clearly.
Yeah,
and I
only joking.
Bold statements.
Yeah. We are Billy Corgan.
and your EP.
Yeah.
Because later on we're going to have a chat about obviously the two of you said you were in a full band, and you're going to be moving down. You obviously a 2-piece now, and what the differences are. But music wise, keeping on that, your EP, the one I'm going to play later on.
You want me to say it on a public radio? No,
it's funny that it's an EP, and usually EPs are only 3 or 4 tracks, but we're offering you more bang for your buck. We're offering you 8 tracks.
Or 25 minutes.
25.
So 25 minutes, 8 tracks.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's generous.
Yeah, we're kind of thinking, it's too short, ish for an album, but it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, so for the album there's 8 tracks altogether.
Yeah.
And it's due to be released in
the next few weeks. We are sending off to the print and CD people.
We're at
that
that stage, that kind of stalemate
stage.
Yeah, we're literally just waiting for people to get back to us and find out. We got to contact the printing place today. Yeah. We just finalised the artwork last week.
Finalised the EP launch date.
Yeah, we were still waiting to get that, but we know who we're doing it. We know where it's going to be on. So it's just kind of we're cooking a good show up here.
We're cooking good bacon,
definitely.
So
okay, so it is time for the first track of the day.
Oh yay!
And I was waiting to say this ever since I started. The track number 7 on this particular CD. I think is it going to be number 7 on?
It's going to be number
7, second last track.
Shit eating grin.
Yeah, he said on air.
He said eating on the radio.
Yeah, this is shit eating grin, and I can assure you it's not shit. I listened to it earlier on.
Thank you, sir. Alrighty.
Okay, let's start.
Watching expose, and it don't even fit. It don't mean shit, and it don't even fit. Lying through your teeth without inhibition, swanning around the place like a drunken exhibition. I might be a joker with the deadliest sin. Back Fucking up your ego with the shit-eating grin. Another day, another meaningless event. Oh my dear, oh my gosh, you're looking so heaven-sent. Come out to play, come out to play. Taking up Dublin's answer to bleeding Dr. Dre. And it don't even fit. It don't mean shit. And it don't even fit. And it don't even fit. It don't mean shit. And it don't even fit. Moving along, there's nothing to see, nothing to fear, nothing to dream. You didn't care, neither do we. We're not enemies, we don't grow trees. Our time is near, less than a year. Yours to see, there with the key to open your mind, so that we find what is yours and call it mine. We're coming for you, not much to do. All that we need is stand to be. Make your wrist bleed, make your wrist bleed, make your wrist bleed, make your wrist bleed. Promise the key, where's the critique? Watch as I wait, all my mistake. Promise the key, where's the critique? All my mistake, can you please wait? And then, and then, and then, and then.
Well, there you go. That was "Shit Eating Grin" by Stitch Jones. I'm really looking forward to other people asking about that song, and then you say, "Yeah, what's the play number 7? What's that? Shit Eating Grin."
Play that Stitch Eating Grin.
Play that Stitch Eating Grin. Yeah, yeah.
Before I move on, actually, I have a big little question for you. Who writes the lyrics, or who writes the music?
50-50,
It's
really.
all 50-50, yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of one of the big selling points, because we played in bands before where I guess it wouldn't be a room of people writing. There'd always be one kind of songwriter, and you kind of follow their lead. And we just said, like, God, we'd love to just be our own bosses or our own songwriters. So that's essentially what we done.
Yeah, we were always kind of looked on as like the funny lads or like the jokers in the band. It's like, oh yeah, watch you and Ross, they're grand. But if you want to have a serious conversation about music or songwriting, talk to somebody else.
If you want a bit of work actually done, contact these guys. And I was like, no, we can
do stuff.
That's what this EP really is for us. It's almost like a confirmation. Like, no, like we actually have it in us to play and do our own
We can tie our own shoelaces, you're grand.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's giving the power back to you, basically, pretty much. Like
Definitely.
With a two-piece. So I assume, or I was just gonna ask you, like, the two of you were in bands. So how many people was in the band?
I was in a three-piece. I was in a three-piece called Val Normal.
I was in four-piece.
In a four-piece.
Yeah.
So there's obviously it's obviously much easier to coordinate a two-piece rather than what you were before.
Well, it sucks if you're annoyed at the other guy. You can't text another member of the band to give out about them.
Only thing is though, like, we're really in love with each other, so that never happened. So
you have if I'm annoyed at him, I just have to text him and be like, God, you're doing my head in today, instead of texting the other member of the band. I'm like, God, Ross is really doing my head in today.
And then Chinese whispers start circling,
Yeah, but it means we get things solved quicker. It is like if I'm annoyed at something, I'm not sitting around waiting on him to show up at jamming
idle,
in someone's ear, like, oh, him. Whereas he just comes through the door and he'll just straight away be like, what's up with you? And I'm like, right, this is what's up with me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Well,
nothing builds up really,
Yeah, I worked with Ross for 4 years, and I still
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say work would be the word, but
spent plentiful hours.
We used to stand in the same building and get paid.
I stood in the same spot for numerous hours with Ross. So I had to learn to like him or get a new fucking job.
No, me and Steo go back the ways. He's a good lad.
The good lad.
He's a good lad.
I know, I like him already. I fell in love with him. You sent the photo on, I was like, geez, he's alright looking.
Yeah.
What's he doing
Oh, no, what
later?
photo-
I thought
did
you
you
were
send?
pretty. I think he
Don't
just
tell me.
stopped your Facebook
Don't
or
tell me
something.
the photo of me in a tracksuit, because that was just a stereotype.
That's every picture of you.
What's wrong with a pair of cotton bottoms? My missus gives me shit for wearing my cotton bottoms all the time. Like, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, by the way, that we threw Steo an Easter egg today as a sign of our gratitude.
Yeah, it was actually that. The Ford, when we were talking about the when we were listening to the shit eating green, we were actually eating something that like was the same colour as.
I had a shit eating green when I was
he
eating.
had-
Oh,
he ate the-
oh,
I can't believe he ate the Snickers though. I thought the Snickers was specifically for himself, but then you ate it.
Get
Like,
some nuts.
That's it.
I already have some
Disgraceful.
nuts, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, you don't need any more. Hey!
You ladger.
You should have brought your drums in.
Oh Jesus, no! I'll leave them at home for today.
Yeah.
So what can you single out between the two is? Can you single out the biggest difference between trimming down to a two-piece?
Biggest single difference: more space in public transport.
More space in public transport. If either of us drove, more space in the car, but
Yeah,
neither
yeah.
of us drive.
Yeah, we're both two undriving.
Yeah, we're not
Fucking
switched
idiots.
on enough. The money gets split even more better now. Like, it's proper 50-50.
50-50, yeah.
Money
We-
goes into our pockets.
Yeah, we don't have to set up a band kitty or anything like that. I guess it's just the freedom. Like, it is challenging, it is taxing. Like, we're two guys, there's not a lot we can do on stage. Like, well, I'm playing a 4-string bass as well. I'm not playing a 5 or a 6-string bass. I've got a good few effects pedals. Like, that's kind of what helps me. But
It's like
I-
the International Space Station.
yeah, like, but I could get up and probably do at least one song
Yeah.
with just one pedal on, and we'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
And it is tough because I'm up there. I'm playing bass. I'm playing guitar. I'm essentially playing the synth. I'm playing all that and singing at the same time. Whereas Ross is taking care of everything percussion wise, to the point where he's nearly
Yeah.
making the drums.
Yeah.
Each individual drum is an instrument on its own. Like,
Yeah, I've actually had to. Same with what you probably. You have to treat your instrument completely different.
we've changed styles. We've kind of ripped back the way we used to play, and I've had to completely like put it back together differently.
Yeah, we've had to hit harder in certain places. You have to calm down even more. You have to make it more dynamically just different to where you've been before.
Yeah,
because
like-
usually you'd have vocals or guitars maybe covering that, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, because I've never been in a band, and you know, in terms of
Don't ever.
Yeah.
Don't
Ever.
It's fun for a while.
You have a good life in front of you. You're going to college. and
Don't throw it away.
everything. Yeah.
Because once you get into it, you can't get out of it. He said that to me today. He's like, I'd love to stop doing this, but I just can't. And it is
it's
true.
like a drug. It's
It's what I've been doing since I've been 15 in
Yeah.
some kind of capacity. Like
Yeah.
as Noel Gallagher said, please don't put your life in the hands of a rock and roll band and throw it all away.
Yeah, it's just you get hooked by it,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can't get out of it. It's like a drug,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a really good drug.
Don't look back in
I
anger.
really want some right now. That's copyright.
There's
We'll
chocolate
get
here.
sued.
There's chocolate here. There's a drug for you.
I'm hungry for my drug.
Oh,
my
hungry
playing
for your
drug. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we're looking to get gigging and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Defo,
so I
big
was
time.
actually going to move on to that. In terms of gig wise, I'm going to mention Fibbers.
Yeah, we got
16th of April.
we got Fibbers 16th of April. We're opening up for the Enigma and the Master.
The Mullingar Massive.
The Mullingar, unbelievable, just pure talent. Like, never mind your man from fucking One Direction. What was his name from Mullingar?
Oh,
Niall
Niall
Horan.
Horan.
Never mind him. This is
Niall
the
Horan
true-
didn't wear a cape.
This is the true artiste of Mullingar. It's
Yeah.
Count Tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Like he's just showed me the YouTube page here.
He's amazing.
It's pretty
And-
much Dracula running around the Phoenix Park.
Yeah, Dracula, except his molars aren't as pointy.
And we're going to be as I said, we're going to be opening for him, and like, I'm obsessed with the man, so I'm quite delighted. And if there's, I just can't. I'd be great to get him to get like a quote for the website or something, or
Yeah.
just to say, if Count Tornado was a Stitch Jones fan, I think I could retire Stitch Jones the next day happily. We made it.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
made it.
So how far did the band get? Oh, Count Tornado said he checked us out. Grand,
Yeah.
right? Don't have to do
Done,
anymore.
does it.
But no, yeah, we're playing with Fibbers on the 16th of April.
That's
and,
going to be a big gig. I think we're going to try and hype that up a good bit, because I think that might be our last gig before the launch.
Yeah, we're going to lay low for a couple of weeks or a few weeks before we get our EP launch sorted out.
Yeah.
That gig on the 16th is with like Dead End Music Promotions, a guy called Carl Kavanagh,
The
who's
man.
been very, very good to us since we started. He's taken a chance on us since we
Yeah,
started.
it's our first gig. Like, we played our first gig the 8th of
January, was it?
No, the 8th of November.
Was it?
It was just before Christmas, because I I played my last gig with my old band 3 days. I played my last gig with my old band 2 days after we had played our first gig. So I never wasn't in a band, which was really, really funny. Whereas Ross, I think he hadn't played a gig with his old band in a good while.
No.
Sorry, he's got a mouthful of Snickers.
Yeah.
I have
Gigs
to
are great.
hammer on here.
I told you to eat the Twix, man, because I'm the one that's going to be listening a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but gigs are great, bands are great. Yeah.
That's all I've got to add to that there. And they wonder why he's stuck behind the kit.
Yeah.
But I was stupid enough to give him a microphone.
Yeah, I know. You're regretting it now.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big year for you. 2015 is going to be a big year for you. What you like this time next year? Where do you see yourselves?
In your position. Oh wait, no, that's our job. In your seat, talking to two talentless hacks as well. Anyway, sorry.
This time next year,
I don't know. I'm just quite happy to keep it.
play it by
Ear and keep it going. We didn't anticipate. We were only saying this the other day, like around the time of the recording the EP and everything that's coming to since, like a whole lot of changes happened in our lives, and we didn't expect it.
not just musically, but personally.
Yeah,
as well.
personally,
a lot of
like,
things that happened.
A
between
lot
the
of
two us.
stuff has gone on in the last 2 months alone, just while we made this EP, and it's insane because we started it and we said we're not going to go the whole 9 yards. We're going to no take it easy. We're only going to do like 2 gigs a month. We're not going to run ourselves into the ground or anything. But even taking it slow and easy, we
just enjoy it so much that we're just going with the flow, you know.
Yeah, we don't want it to ever be a chore. And I know, like, people say if it becomes a chore, you should stop. And I think that's kind of why we started it, because the other things we were doing quickly had become a chore. And we were like, God, I'm sick of like, you know, it's Gig Friday. Usually be like, yes, it's Gig Friday. But we were like,
oh no,
Gig Friday. I wouldn't mind fucking sitting in and watching, you know, Doctor Who or something, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Whereas now we have that fire in us again. We're
the
like,
buzz back again, yeah.
Yeah, we enjoy when he texts me and says, you know, possible gig here. I'm like, I can't wait to hear the yes response, or I can't wait to just know when a date is.
And like, we're at the stage now where sorry, we'll like accept gigs anywhere. Even though we don't even drive, like we travel light. I have a bag of cymbals and a snare drum. He has a bass guitar
and a pedal board.
Yeah, if there's a
That's
drum
it.
kit in the PA system somewhere around the country, we'll just show up and play.
Yeah, we travel lightly.
Yeah, so it's, if anyone's listening in and you want us to play in Ballyhonus or Ballynamuck,
Ballyoh,
yeah.
the St.
and a
Margaret's,
Scorty.
in a Scorty,
the
hey,
St. Margaret's.
yeah, we'll play
Community
anywhere.
Centre. Oh yeah,
Guerrilla gigs,
definitely.
Really gigs.
yeah, definitely.
Old school.
Yeah. So let's get into the more trivial part of this, right?
Trivial Pursuit. We're playing a
Oh
board
yeah,
game.
here we go. I like this
Right.
part.
So on the left, I have a United fan. And on the right, I have a Liverpool fan.
Oh, here we go.
go.
And you are? Oh, that's not so bad.
Hey,
not
you know,
so
at
bad.
least he's in the Champions League every
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I like Arsenal. I don't
I'm
mind.
dealing with fucking, like, at best sometimes Europa.
Europa League.
See, I don't mind. Like as I said.
Oh, sorry, watch you. Just before we start, this is the point where anyone who's interested in music fast forwards.
Yeah, they switch
because
off.
you're not allowed mix sport and music. Apparently,
Yeah,
you're only allowed to be one or
skip
the other.
forward like 4 minutes because
Yeah.
we're going to get it's football talk now.
So right now we're going to start talking about football in 3, 2, 1. So go.
Football, right. The great thing is I've got an Arsenal supporter and a Liverpool supporter in the same room as me, and that's cool because I like those two teams. I'd be quite happy to see you guys win the league over fucking City and Chelsea. I just hate City and Chelsea so much. They're just exactly
Buy a team.
buy a team, whereas you guys are like us. You're about the, like, there is money out. You're about the history, you're about the fans. Like Chelsea and City fans just hop back and forth between City and Chelsea. Who won this year? Oh, Graham, that's who
Yeah.
we'll support. Like,
Well, funnily enough, a Liverpool player is actually the bane of my, like, at the moment, like, as far as money goes and contract goes. Raheem Sterling, he's really grinding my gears.
oh,
at the
sick
moment.
note.
No, he's anything but. He's grand, but like his like 180.
Is it Sturridge who's sick note?
Yeah. No,
Sturridge.
Sterling is turning down like 100 grand a week, 180 grand a week. Like, who are you? Like, whatever happened to just playing football? It's like, oh, my life when I retire is going to be so much worse because I haven't got an 80,000 like a week or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
fucking play for the love of football, and you're going to be grand. You know what I mean?
It's almost stems back to what we do. Like, you don't really get into music for the money. How much money have we made from Stitch Jones so far? Not a ton. I think at least like 15 quid each.
Yeah.
So we don't do it for the music. We do it for the love. I want.
But don't do it for the money, you should say.
Yeah, sorry, we don't do it.
Don't do it for the music.
We don't do it for the music. We do it for the money.
I hate music.
No, we don't do it for the money, should I say. We do it for the music and the freedom to do it. And I think you should apply that to anything, especially footballers. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm sure if you wanted me to, I put it akin to my bass playing. If I got asked to play bass with, I don't know, Coldplay or something, I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't mind going out and playing Cardiff Millennium Stadium or something like that.
Yeah.
So if United call you, or fucking hell, even if like someone like Southampton or Sunderland call you, you're still playing to a crowd of like 40,000 people,
Adored by the fans.
you're in the Premier League. You mightn't be
Yeah.
top it, but you're a Premiership outfit. Like,
Yeah. Southampton have faded away a bit, actually.
yeah, they were doing
Yeah.
great. Who's top of the league at the moment? Is it Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, but they've drawn a few games. They've been a bit ropey.
It's Chelsea's league.
Ah, of course. Yeah.
But they're saying the great thing is it's kind of anywhere between second and fifth place is anybody's, which is really exciting.
Yeah. Not so exciting as when Stevie G gets sent off after 34 seconds.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
caught that.
I'll tell you what happened, right? I was actually in one of my friend's house, and I said, right, so I have to go home anyway and get a few bits and pieces done for cottage. So, hopped into the car, turned on 5 Live. Oh, Stephen Gerrard's come on, blah, blah, blah. Grand. And I was pulling out of the junction. Oh my God! Oh my... What?
Stevie G lasts a junction journey where
A junction journey. That sums up his final career at Liverpool.
Yeah.
a junction.
A junction journey.
Junction journey. Write that down, Ross. Write that down.
And he
We'll
was back
turn that
off the
into a
pitch
song.
before
Yeah.
the light went actually green. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
that's right.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the footy talk.
So,
alright.
so no arguments ever start with Liverpool. You know,
No, because
He's actually a Man United fan that I can stomach, which is like about 1% of any Man United fan I've
I
ever met.
respect Liverpool because I come from a Liverpool home. All my family are Liverpool supporters. As a child, I know the history of Liverpool as well as I know United, so I don't mind. As I said, I'll happily watch a Liverpool game. And when we're playing Liverpool, yeah, obviously I'm up for United, but I'm not as upset as when we lose to City or Chelsea. I get more upset when we lose.
yeah,
to
I just
them.
don't like Chelsea. Man.
I
just
no
do
one
not
does. Like I
Chelsea doesn't like Chelsea.
I had a guy in my course last week talking about them, and I says like, why do you support them? Like,
And have you ever travelled to any away games or?
Went to Anfield there a few years ago. Yeah, I was there for, I think it was Torres's first Premiership hat trick, I think, or something. We played Middlesbrough, bet
you
them
were there
3-2.
on you recently.
I was there last year, yeah. I went
Yeah.
over for the last home game of the season, but because we were challenged for the title, I was trying to get tickets and it just wasn't happening. But I ended up going to Liverpool anyway, watching the game in the pubs around Anfield.
Oh,
and
did you
stuff
not go
like that.
in? I
no,
thought
no,
you
we
went.
didn't get a ticket.
God, I
no.
wasn't listening to you that day.
No.
That
There you
tends
go.
to happen
Communication
a lot.
breakdown. No,
Yeah.
no. We went over for the weekend. It was great crack. Like, it was a shame we didn't win the league, but it was great to go over and have a few points and meet a few people and stuff. So yeah.
I was tough that you didn't win it. Like, I proper was upset when I seen Torres score that cheeky fucking goal when he was playing Chelsea that time. It's a typical Torres goal when he was playing at Chelsea.
Which last year?
Last year,
No,
yeah.
that was Demba Ba. Torres never scored against Liverpool.
He did. He did near the end of the season.
No, William and Ba scored in the game against Liverpool at Anfield last year.
God, I must have been a bit more drunk than I thought then.
I think so.
That could have. Maybe I wasn't even there.
Yeah. So there you go, guys.
What
Stitch
year is
Jones
it?
are available for gigs and 5 Live.
Soccer AM, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Give us a call.
Yeah, no worries.
So
I'll
yeah,
happily do
so
it.
I wanna actually ask you something close to home.
Like in my bedroom, or
I'm close to my home.
That money was resting in my account.
I swear I didn't ask your sister out, man.
What's your interest in electronic music? I mean,
I love it. I'm just gonna outright say it. I've always had a strong.
is there any genre specific that you prefer?
Well, obviously I was a Mitzi boy back in fucking 2008 to 2011. Now 18 to 21, it was all about heading to the Tivoli to see fucking Scott Project, Mauro Baccato, all these proper like trance DJs. And I suppose I still like a lot of trance. It can be cheesy at times, but the last rave I went to and I absolutely adored was Boys Noise.
Boys Noise.
Oh,
God.
fucking brilliant when he does. And he done a remix of Blinded by the Lights by the Streets into No
Oh
Good
man,
by the
I
Prodigy.
love that song, man.
Ah.
Well,
And
the
I-
original
and-
White Materials.
And I
anyway.
obviously I was partaking in the delicacies you do with raves, so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Sweaty.
He was drinking water,
I
kids.
was drinking water, nothing else.
Drinking water.
Yes, and I just love it. And as I said, 18 to 21, I just wanted to be a DJ. I was like, no, I just want to get the vibes going, because it is an annoying thing when you're in a band, we get this a lot. People will just, stand with the point in hand, looking at you, nodding. Whereas
And then they go to the smoking area.
Yeah, whereas when you're a DJ, like, you can... If people move, they feel the music. People don't really feel the music with bands. They feel the need to just sit there or stand there and just kind of stare at you, nod, and then clap when it's all done. And it's something my dad once said to me. I went to see Fatboy Slim in Marty Park.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah.
Great. It pissed and rain all day, but fuck me, what a great day. My dad, I got home and he's like, so let me get this straight. You just go and watch a lad play records and wave his hands. I was like, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, I can understand going to watch a band and, you get to see them doing their thing. And I was like, it's not really about who's on the stage at a dance gig. It's about the vibe
Around.
and it's about, I says, and it's about dancing.
Like,
it's
more than likely, like David Guetta, that was 2009.
Yeah, David Guetta was terrible.
David
I
Guetta
couldn't
was terrible.
believe.
And to add to that, he didn't even... Like, that was one of the gigs he did, apparently. This is alleged.
One of the gigs where he actually played.
He actually didn't play. He just, like...
Hit a button.
Don't you worry, child.
He was
Like,
awful. I couldn't believe how terrible he was. Dizzy was amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
fucking love Dizzy Rascal.
And Fatboy now, in fairness.
Yeah,
he
Fatboy
was
Slim.
absolutely amazing.
dirty, stinky bass.
The only
stinky bass. Big, dirty, stinky bass. Sorry, that was great.
So, in terms of gigs, what was the best gig?
Do you want to know about my electronic?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Well, I know.
I was about to start, and he's like, "Whoa!"
What about me?
I was about to start watching. He's like, "Well,
Yeah.
I think."
Well, sorry for cutting into you and across you there, Ross.
Go on,
Well,
Rocky,
you don't
tell me.
really like dance music, but anyway, fire away.
Well,
You weren't a Mitzi boy.
no, I wasn't. But there's many forms of dance music. I would.
many
if
forms
you
of
want to
Mitzi
talk about
boys.
electronic music, I'd prefer the likes of Kraftwerk back in the late '70s, and
Class.
who else? Even some of the later stuff like Bauhaus, who were kind of goth, but they also kind of like Joy Division had some kind of sampley stuff mixed into their music as well.
Do you like the dance classics?
I actually kind of do. I hated it when I was a kid, but now I have this kind of retro kind of. Oh, I remember that when I was 11.
Funky Fins.
Rhythm as a dancer and all this stuff, and X-Works jeans and Eclipse jeans and NAF jackets and all this
They
shit.
were the days.
Yeah, but yeah, I would have a bit of a. What's that song? Is it Waterfall? Is that what it's called? From
Yeah,
the early
Atlantic
90s?
Ocean
That
Waterfall.
is great. I could listen to that all day. But no, I don't like the latter stuff today. No,
Like
so to say,
Sandstorm.
that's not today. That was 10 to 15
I know,
years
yeah.
ago. Did you see actually yesterday on YouTube? No matter what you typed in, YouTube suggested Darude Sandstorm as the first suggestion on the video. No matter what you
Really?
typed in, yeah. But no, to say I don't like dance music would be wrong. I just don't like the latter half of the stuff. I like the classics and like where it started off from, the likes of Kraftwerk, like that kind of krautrock sound in Germany in the mid '70s.
Like dubstep. We wouldn't be big. I wouldn't be a big. I loved it at the
I
time.
liked it for about 3 months because I thought it was hilarious.
And then, then it just gets it gets very commercialised. Like, you
It
know.
does, but like with dubstep, you can't really stray too much away from that 128 beats per minute. But I used to think it was real funny. All those I thought that was hilarious.
And for some reason,
it was like Thomas the Tank Engine.
for some reason, metalheads love dubstep. I've noticed that's a big trend. You'd see
Yeah.
guys with longer hair than me, big like.
That's because
We love Metallica, and then suddenly they're like blaring dubstep and loving it. It's like the heavy metal of electronic
they
music.
bought the Korn and Skrillex thing.
Oh, that was atrocious.
Oh god.
Skrillex.
Like, you can make your own. You know what you should do. Actually, here's a little idea. Since you're really good at doing that, actually, you can make your own dubstep remixes of Sis Jones.
We actually have a song. The last song you're going to play there, it's our attempt at a dance song, I guess. And just because I
It's
love,
our Uptown Funk.
yeah, I love LTD Sound System and Primal Scream and kind of dance rock bands like that. And I've always wanted to record something, so we had this little riff, and we were like, it sounds like, the Gossip or something like that. Don't be filleting the mic, please. But anyway, so we
Oh
decided.
god, this is radio.
Thank God this isn't live. But anyways, we decided to record a nice dancey upbeat one because, as I said, I didn't want the guys standing there with the point in the hand. I wanted to see people dancing, and anyone I've shown it to, they're like, wow, that's really, really dancey. The best one I got is It's Akin to Easy by Kasabian. A friend of mine said, she's like, I would shake my ass to this, and I was like, that's our job done then.
I was about to say, girls like this song, so that's job done.
Yeah, and that's why it's smack in the middle of the EP because it throws you off.
Be
so
all and
much.
end all.
Oh, that's
yeah.
it. Who wants to play in front of a room full of fucking lads? Like,
Sausage.
really, come on. Like, you're sitting at home in your bedroom going, I can't wait until all my hairy mates hear this.
And would you get many people that have followed you on from your previous bands?
Yeah, there'd be a few curious stragglers, yeah.
People are dying to laugh at us and see us fail
Oh
miserably.
yeah,
so-
people are dying to see us be shit. But
I don't think we have been yet. I've only walked away from one gig saying, well, that could have been better. But every gig we've done so far, I've walked away going, no, we sounded good tonight.
Yeah, true. Again, we're kind of, it's a mixture between, I remember I heard Metallica say it before, and it's true, it's like a mixture between honesty and selfishness. Like, you have to be kind of selfish, as in, like, it's the things that you like. I mean, we played a gig last week, and a couple of our mates were like, "Jeez, these are fierce and loud." And we're just like, yeah. But, like, we didn't say, yeah, as in, oh, geez, we better turn down the next one.
Yeah,
we're
we're
kind of like, well,
That's just
grand.
our style, like.
We have to make up for the fact that there's no guitar, there's no synth, there's no nothing. Like, we have to be loud.
And also being loud is kind of like, not too many bands are loud nowadays. Yeah, you have your indie rock bands now and stuff like that, but it's all very structured and it's all very safe and sanitized. Like, people are afraid to go blah. Like, all these kind of acousticy, hipstery indie bands are very
Mumford and Sons of the world.
All them bands are kind of on the, you know, at the moment, and we're just not really interested in any of that. It doesn't mean that we're being rebels. It just means that that's the music we like playing. We like being loud.
It's funny because people hear the kind of EP, the people we show the EP to, they hear the loudness of it, like, and they obviously see, like, we're huge Melvins fans. That's pretty much one of our biggest influences, definitely be the Melvins, but
Butthole Surfers.
But it's weird, the music me and Ross sit around listening to a lot when we're at home is completely different. It's really, it's cheesy.
Do you want to know what we listen to when we're at home?
Go on, tell me.
David Hasselhoff.
Been looking for freedom. We were meant to actually do that today.
We were going to do an acoustic cover of David Hasselhoff today, but I didn't have a guitar case, so I just didn't want to risk it. So
yeah, that'll be next time.
Yeah, we have to. I know I said last time that we bring it in, bring it in again, but I mean it when I say it. Like, here in AFM, we do actually have a studio that you can just behind us where you can accommodates that kind of stuff that's perfect for the guitar, etc. like that. So not the guitar, whatever.
And there's people behind us in the studio, behind us having really, really serious conversations, and I'm so glad that these windows are soundproofed. They'd be running through Coolock screaming there. Ah!
They just got me staring, so I have to go back to looking. Not staring through the window at them.
Yeah.
So you're both from Rush?
No, I'm from Swords.
Well, he's kind of he's a travelling vagabond at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm in between homes.
I'm from Rush anyway.
That's what I was saying. We're at that stage, like I said, where there's not a lot going on. We're at a stalemate. I've been lucky. I've been moving home. I've been really busy all week. This man has been sitting at home watching fucking Netflix documentary after Netflix documentary. He's been exploring Saturn for the last 4 days.
Did you know?
This is all he talked about on the train down.
Did you know if you built a highway from California going to Jupiter and you were travelling at a speed of 65 miles an hour, it would take you 890 years to get to Jupiter.
This is what I have to deal with. Most lads like see the arse on that bird over there, or just see the football the weekend. No,
I look at the at that kind of stuff as well. But did you know
the conversation we had in the garage bar in Temple Bar there? A few weeks ago.
Me and Stephen went for a few sociables. Yes,
then we ended up losing each other, but yeah,
kissing girls and kissing boys and all. I heard.
Right.
What are you doing later? Kissing boys.
No, it was more me and Steve. Oh, I love you, man.
You just got really drunk and started hugging it out.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna try and keep up with Ross's drinking pace.
Oh God, don't. That's.
Hey, I'm not a drummer for nothing, babes.
I never tell him that you're too drunk, because then he brings over the strongest ale possible with like a shot or something in it. He's like, "What's that? Domestos, get it down, you."
Usually, what happens with Watchy is he's like, "I'm going home. I'm going home to the girlfriend." I'm like, "Get a fucking pint into you." And then 20 minutes later, "I'm going home to the girlfriend. I want to give her a hug." Get a pint into you.
Not going home for a hug. It's a snuggle.
He needs to man up sometimes and realise that he has to go out for some beers, you know.
I do go out for beers. As I said, it's just too fucking hard to keep up with you. Like you know from experience.
Well, I'm a lightweight, and by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, you're an extreme lightweight, man.
Oh, is he lighter? He's more lightweight than me.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm 4 or 5 pints, and
see that bit of cardboard in the box, there, like in the corner there. That has more chance of being sober than you.
Let's go get a box drunk live on air.
Let's get box drunk, yeah.
We ended up in Whelan's that night.
We did.
Stag's Head and then Whelan's.
Yes, we did. We had a copious
as far as
amounts
I
of
remember.
beverages. So if you want to come out to a Stitch Jones gig, folks, you're going to come out for a good time and have a
yeah,
pint.
that's it. Like, a lot of people think the gig will be over and that's that, but no, not when Ross is about.
Oh, after party.
Yeah, Ross will keep you, like, that's what I love about him. I can just tag him in. I'm just like, "Hey man, I got stuff to do tomorrow." He's like, "Not a problem. Number 1, I've got nothing to do tomorrow. Number 2, I've watched all my Netflix documentaries for the week. I'm just waiting until something new goes up. And number 3, I'm up to have a good time.
I'm waiting until they discover water on Saturn's moon Titan, actually.
Yeah, then that's that. When that happens, folks, when you see it on the paper, that's Sis Jones done.
Yeah.
We'll just be a formal band to play at weddings and then go. Imagine a 2-piece wedding band.
Did you know on Venus it's about 500 degrees Celsius right now?
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
That's their spring, is it?
Yeah.
What's their winter like?
Probably about 450 degrees Celsius.
You really have been sitting around watching these
Yeah.
documentaries.
What else is there to do?
He was so happy to be here today. He was like, "Oh my god, I've got something to do today. This is brilliant." And I was like, "It'd be so funny if we get there and the whole thing's been cancelled and we just have to turn around."
Don't believe me, just go home.
Back to his documentaries. I might join you for one later.
Yeah, you should.
We should have a point in the documentary.
We'll have
later.
a point of the documentary later on.
Grand.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
You're all invited, by the way,
Yeah,
everyone
you
listening.
can all come as well.
Yeah, we're sociable butterflies.
That's it.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see me at your next gig anyway.
Oh yeah. with
It's like
those-
I made so many promises to you, Ross, before, and
See, I lied to you before, Ross, but now I'm going to lie to you even more.
But
I was under the big umbrella of the die. You know what I mean? So
Oh, the da, yeah.
Dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum.
I know that feeling, to be honest. I mean, I've had so many of my mates from T2 would say, "Oh, how's the music going? I'll get in and see you," and you never see them.
yeah,
But
you're on a night shift and you finish.
I
at
know
7
how they
o'clock.
I know, it's
I
understandable.
know how they feel. I used to be the same.
We come from that place. I remember I used to get given out to by my old band all the time. They're like, you never come out and just frequent the shows and stuff. And I was like, look, when I'm not with you, I'm working 12-hour shifts. I'm up at like 5. What time do you go to work at? 9. You get to get up at like 7:30, 8. I'm already in work by then. I've probably had my first cigarette break by then. Do you know what I mean? So on my days off, my main concern is sleep and conserve energy.
Or some of your old department on their 4th cigarette break, but 9
Oh yeah, no, it depends how in there you are with the fucking managers. Unfortunately, I had long hair and a beard, and they did not like me.
hippie.
And so I know the band is pretty new at the moment, right? So I'm going to ask you individually, which was the best gig you've ever done? I asked you this before, and it was between, I think, Fibbers and somewhere else.
Oh, that would have been probably when Crafty Fuzz we did like a Black Sabbath night, tribute night or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that
So-
night. That was after Queens of Stone
Yeah.
Age.
And there was people from all over the country were there, and they were loving it. Like people from Cork and Kerry, you'd never get a chance to see us because we weren't down that neck of the woods at that stage. So, geez, well, I suppose my favourite gig ever was still when I was 20, supporting Hawkwind, the Ambassador in Dublin. Band called Hawkwind that Lemmy from Motorhead used to be in. Yeah,
Big band in the 70s.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
pretty good reputation
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's another thing we have in common.
Mhm.
I gigged in the Ambassador before.
There you go.
I've never
We're
even
meant
been
be.
to a gig in the Ambassador. I've been to the Body exhibition. That's it, though.
But it was an under 18s gig, and I think it was Paddy's Day 2008 or something.
Under 18s
Before
gig on
when they
Paddy's
used-
Day. That just screams absolute carnage to me.
Yeah, back when they used to
Holy
run gigs
mother.
there.
Oh yeah, it was carnage. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
I was only 16, I think, 17 around that time.
I know there's been great like gigs since then, but like
That'd be your...
but maybe like favourite. Like I don't mean best, but it was
Yeah.
favourite. Like we're getting
One-
a retro kind of buzz. Yeah,
Definitely one that would stick out in my mind would be... you're going to find this really funny. We played Life Festival twice in my
What?
old band. Yeah, yeah.
Life Fest.
yeah. Me and him played Life
we both
Festival
played
last
Life
year,
Festival last
No
year.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went on at 4 a.m. last year, and
I went on about 7.
he went on
even.
about 7 in the evening, lucky bastard. But the first year we went, 2013, it was the day of the Champions League final. It was when Munich won it. Remember, it was an all-German final.
Yeah. Borussia and
Yeah.
and Bayern. Yeah.
Robin
Yeah.
toe poked it in.
And I got the first half of that, and we went to the Life Festival. Now, I'd been told on the way in, I'd been given the briefing on Life Festival. When I got there, I did not expect it to be as many swinging jaws as I fucking seen. It was chaos. And I was like, we're a loud, pissed off, heavy rock band. How the hell are we going to go down here? But we got up at 3 a.m. It's one of the only gigs, before last year, it was one of the only gigs where when I got off stage, the sun was up. We got up, and I swear to God, the whole festival just somehow came into this little tent we were playing because everyone else had finished. And we just played this complete crazy kind of festival set. As I said, the sun was coming up. I was just pissed and out of it on all sorts. Sleep deprivation alone was keeping me as up to the eyes as acid or something. Because sleep deprivation
This is all a perfect promo for Life Festival next
yeah,
year.
yeah. If you want to go to Live Festival, go right ahead. But that I remember when we finished, I got off stage and just kind of looked, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm in a fucking rock band." So that one will always stick out on my mind because it was just insane. And then the guys went and ruined it by wanting to play the next morning. Well, the next afternoon at like 2 o'clock, and I was like, no, you can't repeat that, leave it. So as soon as we struck gold and we're like all the way up here, we quickly came back down to here by playing to fucking 3 people in the same tent the next day.
Life Festival last year was gas. I remember waking up and there was a spider looking at me. That was how rock and roll it was. There was a little tent and there was a puddle of rain going, well, I guess I've made it now. I've played Life Festival and waking up there's a spider staring at me.
My rock and roll weekend last year, the most rock and roll part I had was we got off stage at, what was it?
5 or something.
No, it was about 5:30, 6 in the morning. Sun was up, and
I was up the front row throwing me bra at you and everything.
Yeah.
Was. Yeah.
What happened? You were sitting beside some nice girl that night, and you were kind of chatting her up while I was on stage, and then I didn't see her again. She was waiting back at the tent for you.
She wasn't.
Yeah. But my most rock and roll moment at Live Festival last year was going back to the car to watch Modern Family on my laptop.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Oh God, I love it so much. The best show ever.
I slept in his old band's van on the second night because my tent just got completely ruined last year.
Of course it did. It was Life Festival.
Yeah. It's funny because
the one thing it's devoid of is life.
Yeah. It's called Life Festival, but yet everyone's not really very alive.
Yeah, everyone's pretty dead.
Yeah.
I mean, disco biscuits, chewing the jaw off yourself. Not my idea of fun.
No, and then rock bands don't mix in together. Someone was like, "You're gonna go for it this year?" I was like, "Hey, I'll apply for it, but we'll see."
My ex bandmates were.
Loving it.
I let's see. I stayed at the rock music stage, and they're all like, "Now we're off to go and listen to techno." Right, good luck.
Nothing wrong with techno. Underworld are amazing.
No, they weren't going off to listen to Underworld.
I know, yeah.
Jesus.
It's like, let's go watch the most.
He's so stand-up-ish for dance music. So funny.
Of course I am, because a lot of people just give it shit, and I'm like, no, there is shit. Trust me, there is shit.
There's shit in every. There's shit in every.
Oh, there's a lot of shit rock music.
Oh yeah, there's tons of like the all-time low. Like God, I can name at least like 3 bands that just shouldn't be like.
Yeah.
Mac Busted.
A few Irish bands which I won't get into.
Mac Busted,
yeah.
What
do they do? What are they even doing existing?
They're busting out.
Yeah.
It's mad.
But so that was
so wrapping up anyway. How can people get in touch with you?
Kind of go to Rush and just kind of start shouting our names.
Bondage websites. Look up my username on bondage websites.
We've put up a few ads in Dundee and things. Learn the joys of rubber clothing.
Yep.
Contact Rocky.
Pointsale.ie, adverts.ie.
It's actually how we met.
Yeah.
Learning the joys of rubber clothing.
Miss Fantasia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a question I should have asked.
Well, you can ask it now.
You can ask it now.
That's what a lack of research does for you. So what? That's how you met?
No.
Yeah, through an ad. I put an ad in and said, "Learn the joys of rubber clothing," and Rocky answered. I said, "Non-excessively or gay hairy men allowed," and Rocky showed up, and I was like, "I can work with that.
I was packing a Village People LP. It was all good.
Yeah.
No, that's not how we met. We knew each other through the local music scene, and we ended up having a pint at a gig.
We actually met when we both worked in the DAA at one point, and he doesn't remember.
I do remember.
But I do remember. I walked outside and we were watching something on. Remember the screens in Arrivals?
Yeah.
In T1. We were both watching something on the news, and Metallica were playing next week, and I was like, "Are you looking forward to Metallica?" I'm going. He says, "I'm a fan myself," and he said he shook his hand. He put his hand out to shake first, and went, "Hell yeah, I'm Ross," and I went, "Hell yeah, I'm Watchy. Nice to meet you." And I said it to him a while ago, and he's like, "No, don't remember it." But now he's always like, "No, I do remember it." But I think he's just humouring me.
No, I do remember.
Oh, you do remember?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
This is the 100th time I've said it. I do remember.
Okay.
It's like being in court. Are you innocent or guilty? Jesus, I remember. What more am I supposed to say?
But then we were playing a gig in Fivers of all places one night. I was playing with my old band, and we were doing a Nirvana tribute night. And Ross, we got Crafty Fuzz on board, and then Ross got my girlfriend's band in as well, Them Fools. And
sorry, Easter egg time.
That's it. Get it off your hands.
Yep.
And it was just from there. I fancied the whole off the singer of Them Fools, and Ross knew her, so I went over to him and went, "Hey man, seal the deal there. So get me in contact somehow, so I don't look like a complete weirdo."
And now he has 2 wives.
And now but it's weird. I still go out with her, but I also go out with him now as well. So it is essentially I kind of married the two of them that night.
Yeah.
It's a two-way relationship.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
It was beautiful.
So I'm looking at your Facebook page here, Stitch Jones.
That's
so
right.
if you're gonna search Stitch Jones, and I searched Stitch Jones into Facebook earlier, and
like a symbol over my face.
Yeah. In the photo, Watchy is in red on the left with a big happy facing him.
Oh,
Well,
always.
Do you call that
Always.
happy?
That's happy.
I call that
Certainly
demented.
happy.
well, a serious face, should I say.
Definitely serious.
And then Ross with the L drums.
I'm with symbol over my face, and I'm red as well.
Yeah,
it's before he started his diet, so he's a bit of weight to him in the photo.
Yeah, I
but
look a bit
he's-
kind of sumo wrestler in
yeah,
that one.
He's been on the diet the last while, so he's
fading
okay.
away now. So.
Fading away, so
What,
we are.
when I go into the second one, I know this is radio, you can't see
Yeah.
it, but look.
That's Stitch Jones. That's Mario Van Peebles.
That's Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Stitch Jones' character in Heartbreak Ridge.
That's the guy we
Oh.
named the band after. Go
Oh,
watch
wow.
if you're listening. Go watch Heartbreak Ridge now, and you'll see.
You'll
what
see
kind
why
of-
we named it.
Yeah,
what
you'll
a
see
character.
why.
Yeah, it's better than naming it. I don't know. What?
I wanted to call it Energy Informed by Lunacy, but it was just too long.
That's shit.
Yeah, and it's shit. It
That's
sounds
so shit. That sounds like a teenage band when they're 14. Oh, what do you play, lads? Nirvana. What's the name? You fucking energy and lunacy.
We're so good.
Oh, we're so energetic and lunatic-y. Fuck, man, that's a terrible name. I wouldn't have went for that.
I know, yeah. That's why you said no to it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing on the radio at the moment that you like, is there? In terms of no.
Next question.
God, if I could think.
I haven't listened to the radio in about 10, 15 years.
The only band that is kind that I'm more like that I'm likely to hear on the radio that would get me excited is Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
They like started off and I was not a fan, and then Josh Homme produced their third album and they became a pretty good band, and they've just gotten better from there. But I have to say, I was looking in the charts section of like Tesco or something the other day, and I was like, wow, the only album there that has any credibility or anything that means something to me is an Arctic Monkeys one. Nothing else jumped out at me. And it's just insane, especially on the radio. Like, what's the radio these days? It's
I don't know.
bubblegum pop. It's really, really dodgy R&B and
Pop.
and then terrible hip
As
hop.
Damo Dempsey said, bubblegum rock, bubblegum roll.
Yeah,
all the
it's
rest of
just crazy. We just need, and people are like, Foo Fighters, man. Foo Fighters. I'm like,
They're
Foo Fighters
fucking
aren't good.
shite.
Yeah, I was having this debate with someone yesterday. Can't wait for Slain. I was like, that Slain lineup is fucking the only good band on it. I think.
I'd go and see Ash.
Yeah, the only good band on it is Ash.
Yeah.
And so you have a band camp as well.
Bangheim.
That's
Bang,
where we're
bang,
selling
bang.
our wear. Yeah, at the moment you
At
can
the
only get
moment,
one track, but
yeah.
when we get the CDs back and stuff like that, and the whole operation's on the go, we'll get the whole 8-track experience. And I think we'll be on sale for about 3 yo-yos. EP.
3 yo-yos.
Yeah.
And
8
physical
tracks.
CDs for a fiver.
Yeah, 8 tracks for €5 and then €3 off the Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Sweet. And you still have a podcast as well, right?
We do.
Oh,
That's why. Yeah,
I guess we're going to plug our podcast.
I guess we're quite used to sitting in front of a mic because we usually only have earphones. Do you
Mm.
remember that one time we recorded a whole episode and it was absolutely amazing, and then we realised none of it recorded?
I do.
Happened to
do.
me many a times.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It's pretty good what's going to happen today. No, I'm joking. Yeah, we have a podcast called Dead Jesus Radio. Now, in Easter week, that's very appropriate, like Dead Jesus Radio and all that.
Oh well, yeah, we should record an Easter special.
An Easter special,
and
yeah.
it's episode 10 as well.
That's true. But we have a band also called Dead Jesus Rodeo. We're like Monty Python meets
Ween.
rock opera musical
Yeah.
theatre.
We're just a studio band. We just kind of get together for a month,
Yeah.
write and record something, and then just throw it up on Bandcamp.
It's even more warped than Stitch Jones.
It's just something more. Yeah, it's just kind of nonsense and craziness, but we just love doing it. It gives you something to do for the month.
yeah.
Saves you from sitting around watching documentaries all day on Netflix.
Well, it leaves you. There's a lot of crazy things going on in our brains. I think we just need to get them out. So,
Yeah, and we can't do them in a conventional band, so we need
Yeah.
to have something crazy like the rodeo.
yeah. So we have our own podcast. Check us out on SoundCloud. We're called Dead Jesus Radio.
Yeah,
Jesus Radio.
Yeah.
Deadly.
episode 10 will be up
Well,
soon.
come here. It was absolutely brilliant to have you in the studio. I'll definitely have you in again.
Oh yes,
Tomorrow?
certainly.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
And
And I'll
every
actually
day.
show I'll
Well,
actually
it's
do
Saturday
the
morning.
research this time.
About 6:30 in the morning. Just on the way, like Steo's probably going to be at some Good Friday session.
And we're
off
just
his
going to be
absolute
emailing and hassling them.
Head,
I
yeah.
wish.
Lads, you want to go out and have the old Near FM session? What? What's a Near FM session, my good boy?
Oh, it'll be good. But the
Yeah.
track we're going to end on here,
Yeah.
this is our nice dancey little number.
Track 5.
Track
It's
5.
called Groove Mission.
Groove Mission.
Yeah,
Ross.
yeah. Bruno Mars wishes he was us when he
Yes.
hears this.
Ross
like-
wrote this one, and I have to say he played a stormer with it. It was the riff I came up with, but he pretty much put everything together around it. So it is his
Well,
baby.
Yeah, well, we went into the studio on I think it was a Thursday, and on the Monday I think I heard the riff for the first time. It was lying to watch his phone, and I was like, man, that's pretty funky. Let's just jam
Let's
it
do
out now
something
and
with
do
it.
something basic. because the way we operate anyway, like our longest song is like 4.5 minutes. So I said we'll just knock something out in 2 minutes. It'll be grand.
And that's what this is.
Yeah.
So this is the one to shake your ass to, and
Shake your money maker.
This would be the one this would be the one that get us on like TXFM and all them kind
This is the song that's going to be giving us penthouse suites in the right venue.
Definitely.
And all that, you know?
And
Baroque, yeah.
we just got to get someone to remix it, and we're
Yeah.
away.
All the lads from Codaline, all their posse are going to just gravitate to us.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We'll start wearing skinny jeans, and we'll get Botox and stuff like
We'll
that.
have an Instagram account and have proper
Snapchat.
beards and yeah. Hey, Snapchat's grand.
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
isn't. how much is a hipster weigh?
An Instagram.
Hey!
Hey! Get the hell out of this studio right
Yeah,
now.
boy.
It's these kind of jokes that I have to put, and he gets more fanny than me. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it.
Oh my lord.
Well, probably because you have a girlfriend, though.
That's probably it, yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
And that bombshell.
I'm not getting into that conversation.
Right, so you can introduce the last track for me.
This is Groove Mission, and it's by Stitch Jones. And if you want to get in contact with us or anything, go to Facebook
yep.
Stitch Jones Music at facebook.com, or our Bandcamp, which is just Stitch Jones at Bandcamp.
And
we'll be-
various bondage websites.
various bondage websites, and we'll be setting up our SoundCloud link, and just keep an eye out.
We've got big plans for our EP that's coming out probably, on our launch probably like the end of April. Could be early May, who
Yeah,
knows,
could
but
be-
just keep it posted anyway. for
We'll
next month or
definitely
so.
keep everybody interested and going. And then, of course, if you
Something
want to get a taste of what we're going to be like, it won't be a massive extravaganza of a show, but we're going to be opening, as I said, Count Tornado.
16th of
16th
April,
of
if you
April.
listen to this before the 16th of April.
And just come down and see the Count himself. Like, he's amazing. Check him out as well as us.
Yeah, Mad Count.
Yeah, Count Tornado, the guy. Anyway, happy Easter, everybody, and thanks so much for
Happy
having us
Easter,
in, man.
and enjoy the rest of your Easter egg, Stephen.
Thanks very much.
What,
Thanks
for the Easter
coming in,
egg or
lads.
coming in?
Both.
Nice. Great.
Thanks,
Alright, so
man.
yeah, enjoy Groove Mission, guys.
Cheers, lads.
See you next
Take
time.
care.